I like the sound of the human sounds. Like I often don't edit out the breathing in my own singing, because I like the sound of like the microphone, and the human being there with it.
Of course, yeah.
And you pointed out when I was making that song for LG that like you should cut out those breaths. Like those were your first criticisms. I never noticed it because I was so used to leaving them in there, and I did, and it did clean it up quite a bit. And by the way, that got shelved permanently. I'm not making that song anymore, which is bumming me out.
You've probably been replaced by AI with the way things are going.
Well, what ended up happening is I got a little angry with them because I think I might have told you this. At one point they said, like, look, we don't really like the way the words are coming out and how you're singing them. And I said, I've recorded 20 different versions of the song. You're not listening to all the versions. And nobody's giving me feedback on what they actually want the lyrics to be. Like, I wrote everything. Like, I just got given a manifesto and a task. So if you don't like the lyrics, how about you write me some? Or, like, give me some idea, And then the one person in the office who listened to the song said, we should get Carlo to sing it. Carlo's a jazz singer that used to work at LG. That he doesn't work there anymore, but he's a jazz singer in Toronto. He does a lot of, like, just sitting, like, he's probably does a gig every 3 or 4 nights in Toronto there.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, and he's a very good singer. He's a nice guy too. So they said, how would we get Carlo to sing the song? And I was like, that's fine. I don't really care who sings it. I just want to make sure you guys realize I'm doing all the work here. Like, you got me doing all this stuff and you don't appreciate how much work I'm putting into it because at one point they said we should get everybody in the office to sing it like a choir. And I said, okay, well, the office is 2,000 kilometers west of me. So if you want to pay for me to go there one day, I can try and get a choir set up if you want. So I started suggesting they record their own vocal parts and then send it to me and I can make the choir at home, and no one wanted to do the work. They wanted me to record them. And I'm like, if you want me to come to Toronto and bring all my gear, like, this is getting kind of out of hand, but if you want, that's fine. You got to put me in a hotel, pay for my flight, help me rent some gear when I go out there, and we'll do a choir if you want. But it's going to cost you thousands of dollars, so whatever you want to do. And then, so once they heard me say thousands of dollars, they're like, never mind, let's go talk to that singer guy, see if he'll do it. So they called Carlo, and I did a 3-way talk with me and one of the managers at LG. And immediately Carlo goes like, I'm not doing anything for you guys. Nothing. Not unless you're talking money. And they're like, well, how much money do you want? He's like, well, I got to talk to the union because he's a union musician, right? So he talks to the union. They get involved. They're saying, like, he calls me privately. He goes, hey, Chris, we should ask for $10,000 for the song. I think that's fair. We want $10,000. 5 for my singing, 5 for you writing it. And I was like, that sounds kind of unfair, but that's better than I was gonna ask for anything. I just wanted credit. That's all I wanted was credit and my name on the song, right? And because I'm getting paid to work. Like, it's not like I'm a freelancer. I work for LG. So I mean, and I'm sitting at home smoking bongs at 8 o'clock in the morning making music. It's not a problem for me. So this Carlo guy got really up in arms about it. So he basically said, like, to LG, like, if you're not going to pay me a bunch of money, go fuck yourself, right? And he's like, you should do the same thing, Chris. No one should work for free. And I'm like, I'm not working for free. I'm just not getting paid as a musician. I'm getting paid as a trainer. So I basically told LG, don't worry about that guy. I don't care. I'll make the song still. And they're like, well, what are your demands? I said, demands? I said, if you put the song on YouTube and it gets like 10 million views, I want to cut. Like, I don't want LG making millions of dollars off my song. That's all I care about. And I want my name on it. Like, that's it. Like, if you're not making money off my song, I don't care. I don't want a dime. I don't want anything. I just want to make sure it's my song. It's my composition. That's it. And if it becomes a big song, I want people to know I wrote it. That's all that matters to me. So they're like, that makes sense. We can get on with that. And then legal got involved. Legal got all weird about it. And they wanted all these terms. And they wanted access to my published music, like my music by Death by Design. Not to take royalties, but they wanted to make sure I wasn't doing anything funny with my own publishing, to like steal from them.
Jeez.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, guys. And then do you remember I made one recording where I didn't sing, I just did a voiceover where I talked like I was selling a product. Mm-hmm. So the person that was making the video that this song is going to be attached to, because I never knew what the song was going to be used for, liked that version the most. So she's like, that's the song I want. That's perfect. That's perfect for this video. So they made this big video and put that song in it with my voiceover, which is great. But they never actually told me they were doing it. So the version they use is my demo. Like, no EQ, no master, no nothing. It's going out like that. And I'm like, and their attitude was like, we didn't want you to waste any more time on the song. I'm like, waste any more time? I wasted all my fucking time because you released this unfinished song. Like, and you're telling me you don't want to waste my fucking time? Fuck you guys. Like, it's like you took a shit, put it out there, and said, "Look what Chris made."
Yeah, that's the business. That is the business for you. That is the music business. Yeah. Okay, it's not traditional music business, but it is that kind of story that you're telling there is the music business. It's why I stay away from it as much as possible.
Yeah,
absolutely. You got stung, mate. You got stung.
Yeah, and the sad thing is like I wasn't expecting much. Like I was still willing to give. You know, all I wanted to do, I just wanted to polish it a bit, make sure it sounded the way I would present it to the world. Because when I'm putting out, like even on the copy they got, it says like LG song, spoken word, version 3, rough mix, needs master. That's the fucking version they used. It says right on it, rough mix needs master. And I'm like, what is that? Does not say something to you that it's the rough mix and it needs a master? Does that not mean something?
So it's actually out there. Where is it being used now?
I'm not even sure yet. It's supposed to go up on YouTube and some custom website. The brand got launched last week. This brand. It's supposed to be a service brand for LG in Canada.
Right.
It's called CareQ. And the fucked up thing is, my brother comes home the other day with this box full of CareQ shit. He's got mugs and hats and buttons and jackets with this logo on it that I wrote a song for. And I emailed the boss, said, can you send me one of those snazzy CareQ jackets? He goes, nope, only for technicians, not for office staff. And I'm like, so I don't even get the fucking logo. Of the fucking.
You're righteously indignant, and you're right to be righteously indignant. I mean, that's just shit.
Exactly right. So so they so my brother thankfully gave me the mug with the CareQ mug. He's like, you can have that. I don't care. And I'm like, all right. So I got the mug with the logo in my bedroom staring at me, reminding me how angry I am. Yeah.
Could you do a mastered version and send it to them? Is it too late?
You know what? I didn't think to do that. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to send it to him and say, please put this in here.
Yeah,
and if you don't have the time to do it, send me the video and I'll put it in the fucking video and send it back to you.
It would just be a straight swap. I mean, they wouldn't have to do anything. They would just swap it over.
Exactly. And this is edited. I haven't heard the finished version, so I don't know if they chopped it up or did anything weird to it. But that's what it's up to see too, because everybody in the office has seen it. They're like, and I asked the boss about it. I said, so what's going on with my song? Oh, you haven't heard it? They used your one with the radio voice and your verbiage and your blah, 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 blah. And he's like, and I'm in the video. My boss, he's a technician in the video. He did a bunch of like fake service calls. And I'm like, and I was like, why don't I know about this?
Oh dear. Yeah, God. You know, corporate world, eh?
But
yeah.
And the sad thing is, I don't want to get too honest about it because there's people that work at LG listen to this podcast, so I don't want to say like, yeah, because
I can edit this out if you don't want it to go up.
Oh, leave it in here. I'm just. But I don't want to be too revealing.
Chris is pissed
off. Well, anybody that's close to it probably knows I'm a little pissed off about it, but it's one of those things I might not get over. So like it might be the coffin nail for my relationship with that company.
Aye.
You know, just because there's a lot of things that bug me about working there, and that's just another thing on the pile because I know I do a very good job there and I don't get paid enough. And I made it clear to them that like, look, I don't get paid enough for what I do. And they're like, yeah, you're right, you don't, but we don't negotiate wages. So, you know, you can leave and then we'll negotiate with the guy we hire. Then we'll pay him what you want to replace you. You know, but you've been here for 7 years, so just leave.
Yeah.
You know, like that's kind of the attitude there, you know. But you know, corporate shit, you know.
Yeah, I hate that stuff. Makes me feel ill to think about it. It's awful.
And it's killing me, I think, I live in this room now. Like I got no windows, you know. It's killing me. Like I spend way too much time sitting down, way too much time in front of a computer.
Yeah. So I'm the same. I'm the same, Chris. I'm just sitting here all the time.
Do you have a window in that room?
I do, yes, but it's permanently shut because if it's open, I get screen reflections and all kinds of things. Plus, I get noise from outside if I open the window. But I do in the spring. I'll open it in the spring for a day or two. Yeah, just air the place a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I do walk the dog from time to time. That's about it. And I go shopping. I was shopping the other day, so I do see the world. But I don't go out a lot. I'm very much a shut in, as we call it here.